welcome back to my channel. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. Today, a wonderful Monday. Here it's a complete and utter blizzard. They issued a snow day, which has only been the second one they've issued in about 10 years, maybe more, maybe 15. Because it is like, we're used to driving in this. If you're born and raised in Utah, then this is obviously your life. You know what it's like to live here in the winter, which is very snowy. So today we are going to do a full face of new makeup. Well, almost a full face. The Hourglass was not new, but we are going to try I have been hearing such good things about this foundation, which is the 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie Longwear Foundation and Concealer. I like that it is longwear foundation, and I thought I saw somewhere that it was matte. I hope it, and I'm hoping that I picked the right foundation because I was not paying super close attention. So if I picked the wrong foundation in person, that is pathetic. It looks really, really good. Matches really, really well. It's going on very, very nicely. I'm not needing a lot for coverage. I use less than half a pump, and I've gotten pretty much my whole bottom half of my face finished, and it covered my freckles. I'm adding a little extra just because I didn't have enough for my forehead, so I'm gonna add about that much. So I'm gonna add some of this highlighting powder just kind of where I highlighted my face with the concealer, because I want just a little bit of lightness. Really, and this isn't new either. This is the KKW contour stick. I'm really actually liking this color better than the last one I had. It is a little bit light. It's medium 1, and then on the other side is medium 2. I feel like, oh my gosh, this is my old one. I don't like this color. I thought I was using my new one. This is stupid. I'm gonna use the so I went over the contour with the color that I actually like. I'm gonna use the BK Beauty 106 brush to try to buff this out. I haven't used this for this yet. I've used it for foundation, and I just really didn't prefer it that way. I felt like, although this is a really great brush and I really do like it, and it really, really reminds me of the Mario brush in a little bit. This one obviously I've used a whole lot. This one I've only used once, so you can tell it's kind of spread out and crazy. This, I almost as soon as I saw it knew that this is what I would use it for. As you guys can obviously see, my no buy has gone to shit. I mean, not my no buy, my low buy. My low buy consisted of only buying things that I needed, which hasn't happened. Okay, now I'm setting my face with my La Mer. So far I really like this sponge. It is definitely stiffer than I am used to, as far as like it feels. So this sponge, the NYX one, wet, feels what this, like my Juno & Co sponge, dry. That's literally how stiff this is. Maybe a little softer, but not by much. So it is a little stiff, but I really don't mind it. So the first thing we're going to get into is the Pixie by Petra, which came broken. So that, well, I bought broken. I didn't know because I didn't open the box, which I know to always do that at Ulta, but I forget. I was really, really, this whole kit pulled me in because of this color right here. I swatched this and I was like, this is literally the most beautiful color of bronzer that I have ever seen, and I thought this is going to look magnificent on my skin tone. You know, but we obviously won't know that until we find out. And I am not trying to go into Ulta and use their dirty brushes because I don't know what they do after hours, but I have never seen them clean them. So like, you know, the brushes that they have out, like the it brushes and stuff like that they have for you to, I mean, obviously they're not out for you to use and do a full face of makeup, but I have seen like crackheads go in there and do like a full face of makeup and they use those brushes. And so I'm just kind of like, yeah, I'm gonna use my finger and my hand. I'm not putting the tester makeup on my face. I used to do that when I was younger, and I swear to you, I'm so lucky that I did not get cold sores or anything else. Dude, this palette is beautiful. Oh my gosh, I am loving this. The colors are like, the warmth is perfect for my skin tone. I love it. So if you're my skin tone or even darker, a little darker, I think that you would really enjoy this. I'm 220 in matte and poreless. I'm a now that I've got this new one, the Pure 4-in-1 Love Yourself, I'm in MN5. Pretty that looks. Oh my gosh, let's try one of the blushes. I was emotionally shopping in a different city where I'm not normally at, and they had it, so I was like, yes. Okay, so I'm gonna try this one. I'm kind of scared to try this one because it's not really a blush. Ah! Oh my gosh, all I did was try to go swatch it and look what happened. Ah! I'm gonna go back in with my mirror and kind of carve out my cheeks a little bit just because I kind of went a little bit crazy. Okay, they have another one, another two that I could use as, or another one that I could use as kind of like a cheek topper. So we'll see what this looks like. I mean, it really didn't do much. I don't know what's going on. I think my light is just a little too dark because I feel like I'm not getting enough light in here. Well, I really like this palette. I think that it is beautiful. I wish, obviously, that it hadn't come broken, but things happen. It's nobody's fault. I'm going to head and, like I said, go ahead and carve out my cheekbone a little bit just because I went a little crazy. Oh, good God. Oh my gosh, I dropped the lid of my La Mer like face first onto my freaking black shirt. This is just going fantastic. Much better. That way it doesn't look like I completely don't know how to apply blush. I did actually purchase a new brow product from, I think it was NYX, and I cannot find it. So I'm going to excuse all the noise. It was, like I said, a snow day, so the kids are home. Otherwise, I wouldn't have any extra noise. Okay, so what we're gonna do today for eyes, I forgot to put the highlighter on. We're gonna use the same one from the Pixie by Petra. We're gonna use the one that's in the middle, this one right here. I think it's called Sunshine. Oh, I like it. It's very subtle. It is not blinding. in any way. But it is super pretty. I like this. This is for an everyday look. This is definitely not, I'm going to the club and I'm gonna turn up and twerk and see what guys I can bring home. Not that I do that, I'm married, but you know, back in the day when my friends were hoes, because I was never one. I stand by that. I'm just kidding, I really was never one. I've always been in relationships, but I never got to have fun like my friends did. I swear my husband begs to differ, but I'm like, you didn't even know me then. But whatever. Okay, so we are going to use for eyes Smitten in Switzerland. I also got the face palette, but I was really wanting to use the Pixie by Go into this palette. And this is what it looks like. It's very kind of diverse. So we're gonna go in with my usual, my Sydney Grace inner corner, Bailey's Bliss. Finally remembered after 500 times of using this color. Okay, so I went in with the Sydney Grace in the inner corner. I'm gonna go in with, I don't even know what this says. This is the color that I'm going in with next. So the first thing I'm noticing is a very, very large amount of fallout. So you can see it right there for yourself. And I'm not digging. I'm just grabbing as softly as I can with my Wayne Goss number 17. Okay, I feel like I've been going to this color like family a lot, which is this, because of the Natasha Denona palette and because of the other palettes that are pinks. I did a similar look with the Makeup Geek eyeshadows. I don't know why like I've mentioned before, purples and pinks are not really my go-to colors, but for some reason, like the palettes I've been picking up lately, like that's what they are. And in this one, that's really like the only thing I could do other than these, the bottom ones that are matte. These two rows are shimmers, other than these two, which I feel like are colors I've already used. I don't know, I'm like, did I really want a big old brown eye? Okay, that was way more than I expected. I'm gonna have to blend that out real good. Well, that's the nice thing, is BH Cosmetics eyeshadows blend so nice. That's what I really, really enjoy about these, is if you want to kind of blend it away because you don't really like the color you're using, it's possible. If you want to keep it, you can. This is not the color that I was going for. I think I'm gonna go into Matterhorn, and which is this bright ass yellow, and we're gonna see what happens. I am not afraid of this color or these kind of colors, oranges, mustards. I think that they are just beautiful on everybody. I love them. They're like my favorite colors to use, especially with browns. I've never used them with like pinks or purples. I don't really know how those would look together because, you know, one's warm and one's cool. But I'm kind of liking how this is turning out. I am getting a huge amount of fallout from each shade, so it's not that one particular shade. It's all of them. I'm getting a lot of fallout. It normally doesn't bother me, but lately it has been, only because, okay, yes, I have a lot of palettes. The chances of me finishing any of them is pretty slim. But for you guys that don't buy a lot of palettes, the reason why it bothers me is because it's really a huge waste of product, and you can see how much fallout is in there. I mean, it's a ton. This whole top right here is full of eyeshadow. This was all over. Like, I don't know how better to show you. But yeah, there's way too much fallout for my liking for you guys, because you're spending, just like me, you're spending your money on these palettes, and you know, you're not out buying 20 palettes a month, and so you're wanting this palette to last you, right? Well, you don't want half of it to be on your freaking carpet. I do like the way that the look is coming out so far. It is definitely a lot more pigmented in the palette than it is on the eye. Smitten in Switzerland is not my favorite so far. I have so many BH palettes that I absolutely love that are so pretty. I love their face palettes. They're gorgeous. But I am gonna have to dip into another palette just because I'm not getting what I want from that one. And there's not enough matte, and I don't want to use the shimmers. So I'm gonna go into my trusty Makeup Geek palette, and I'm gonna go into some of these colors, and then I'm gonna try to warm it up with some brown. I don't really feel like any shimmer today, so we are going to probably just stick with a matte look. Do you like this color? I think it turned out nice. I'm putting on some more Bailey's Bliss because I feel like it got lost in translation. You know what, we're actually gonna go into that blush that I was talking about from the Laura Mercier. I just got a new one. So this is the one that I bought. This is the one that I have already had, that I've used on my channel before. So you can see the difference. Very, very pigmented. This one's a little bit lighter, and I kind of really liked that because I don't know. I consider myself fair in the winter and pretty tan in the summer. All right, guys, I'm gonna do my eyes and my lashes, and I will be back. All right, everyone, so this is the look that I came up with using the Smitten in Switzerland palette. I did have to add some of my Makeup Geek eyeshadows in order to kind of warm up the look and make it kind of look the way that I wanted. So let's talk about the new products that I used and how I feel about them. I so far am really, really enjoying the Pure 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie foundation. I love the way that it feels. It's set down really nicely. What I've noticed, like when I use my matte and poreless, or if I use my Wet n Wild, even after I set with powder, I still feel a little bit tacky. I do not at all with this one. It feels, it's very matte, and it feels very nice, and I don't feel like I have anything on my skin. I think it looked beautiful. It made my skin look really nice and as flawless as it can be. BH Cosmetics Smitten in Switzerland palette. Okay, so my thoughts on this are, one, it has beautiful colors in it. I think that they are pretty wide range of colors. You get a lot of, you could complete lots of different looks with this palette. What I don't like is the amount of fallout that I got with this eyeshadow palette. It is just insane. I personally haven't had this much fallout in any of my other BH Cosmetics palettes. Pixie by Petra, love it, love it, love it. I absolutely love all of the colors in here, obviously except for this one because I didn't really get to use it. So everything else turned out really, really pretty. I liked the blush. I did have to add a little bit of my Laura Mercier blush, which I loved this color. I know it doesn't look like much, but it is so pretty. I don't know if you'll even be able to see it on my skin tone on my hand. It's right here. But it looks beautiful on the face. So I was pretty happy with mostly everything. So thanks, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful week, and a wonderful month, a marvelous month, and I will see you in the next one. All right, guys, bye.